Hey guys, it's me again. I know, you're really sick of me. Listen, it's been like 3 weeks, so you had a break from this. If you don't know, my name is Alex. I'm editor-in-chief of RationalPassions.com. Now, I'm also contributing writer to ThatGamerHub.com, so check them out too. I want to spread the love, not take it away. How's it going, guys? E3 just happened. I got some B-roll images happening back there from E3. Nintendo stuff was easy to find, like really big for my TV. So before people start accusing me of being a Nintendo fanboy, which I believe I've already admitted to being on multiple occasions, that's why this SimCity stuff like that. You know, I tried, but it's hard to find big pictures. So E3 2012, it's over. Sorry I couldn't make a video sooner. I was in Florida visiting my family for 2 weeks, and then I was like sick, sleeping multiple hours of multiple days. That sucked, but now I'm back on my A game. I just wrote a Diablo 3 review for That Gamer Hub. Go check it out. I watched the Wreck-It Ralph trailer, which I'm probably going to do like another video about, so there might be 2 videos going up this week because it looks awesome. I'm working on like 3 different pieces, a couple of audio reviews for music, which is weird for me. So hopefully there's going to be some exciting stuff. But let's get right into it. Before I talk about E3, bear with me for a minute. Rational Podtacular, it's like less than 2 months away. It's about a month and a week away. I think today's like June 12th or something. I don't know what day it is. It's maybe the 14th. So it's like 6 days, 7 days plus a month. So it's really right around the corner. Just put out episode 96. So to make that episode 99, we're probably going to take a week or 2 off to do some crazy stuff and get planning underway because we need to plan. Plus, we're preparing for PAX Prime, which is at the end of August, beginning of September. That's all crazy. But Rational Podtacular, we already got some interviews lined up, so it's hopefully going to be really fun. We got people that are coming here. Namashin, if you listen to the podcast, you know who that is. He's a good friend of ours. He said he won't come and talk Kingdom Hearts with me unless I beat The World Ends With You for the DS. So I better get on that, I guess. I will be doing that. That'll be fun. Stream's still going strong. Twitch.tv/IrrationalPassions. That's where you're going to be able to watch Irrational Podtacular happen. All of the craziness happening live. So we're probably going to throw one of our hosts in a pool, which is going to be awesome. So anyway, Rational Podtacular, July 21st, if you don't know. Purchase your tickets now. You can't actually purchase tickets. But please go to rationalpassions.com/irrationalpodtacular. I believe there's a hyphen in between those. It might just be all one word. And check it out. Check out the information, see what it's all about. And maybe you'll want to watch and hang out in the chat and talk with us because we would love that. E3 2012. So we got the big press conferences. We got Microsoft kicking things off, talking about Smart Glass, talking about Halo, showing some Tomb Raider Resident Evil demo. I thought, we did a live thing on Twitch TV. If you watch our channel, you probably saw that. I thought Microsoft press conference was really weak. Not a lot of games. I thought Smart Glass was a cool concept, but they didn't really sell me on it. Like, they showed some stuff that might be cool, but they didn't really show it, like, interacting with games enough for me to be really excited. And like, all right, I should be using my phone with my Xbox to really immerse myself in this experience. I didn't get that, and it just seemed like a kind of like really quick answer to Nintendo's Wii U conundrum, and we'll get to that in a minute. I don't know. It just like I feel like they kind of half sold me on it, but they didn't go all the way. They didn't hit a home run, and I think they need to hit that home run for me to really get completely behind Smart Glass. And maybe they will do that. Maybe they'll actually nail it. I don't know. I hope so, because it seems like it could be a good idea. It just needs the right execution. Problem is how, it's, again, the problem with the Wii. How many publishers and developers are actually going to use these tools and make something extra for their games and really make them work for this Smart Glass thing? I don't know. That's, that was a problem with the Wii, and some developers answered the call really well, and some didn't. So we'll see what happens, I guess. I think Microsoft will push it on developers more, so maybe we'll actually get some cool things out of it. I thought the Halo 4 interaction with Smart Glass was cool. But the main thing they showed was that I thought was really good was Halo. I thought that game was awesome. I'm not a Halo fan at all. I've played through Halo 2 and a bit of Halo 3. It just really doesn't do it for me. But hey, it looked good. So it had a kind of crisis look to it. So we move on to, I'm trying to just roll through the press conferences real quick. Move on to EA. Kick things off with Dead Space 3, which has universal ammo, and you can't rotate the plasma cutter, and you're fighting against real people. So I don't think I'm down for that game. I'll probably pick it up because I think Visceral Games, I believe, I think they're great developers, but I don't know. I don't think that game is gonna really win my heart like the first two did. But they showed off the new Need for Speed, I believe. I know it's Need for Speed Most Wanted. I believe. I'm terrible with names, so that looks awesome. I've never been like a car racing game kind of guy, but that looks really cool. And I'm all for open world racing and stuff. And SimCity, of course, and Assassin's Creed. Let's get to Ubisoft because I want to talk about Assassin's Creed. It looks incredible. And Ubisoft, the only conference really that pulled out this Watch Dogs, this unknown quantity that really kind of blew the audience away. And like, hey, we've been working on this for 8 years. I hope it's pretty good, and it looks pretty good. It's like the look of it is just very next gen too. So it's exciting to start seeing games that we're like, this is the current consoles cannot make games look this good. It's time to start thinking forward. And that's exciting, I think, when we see why we want a next generation, because we're looking at games like Far Cry, for example, that look really great, but they look really great. I mean, what better do we need than that? And then we look at games like Star Wars 1313 and then Watch Dogs, and we're like, wow, these games look really great. Like, this is like a whole nother level. And the Unreal Engine 4, which came out, which has like so many things happening at once, which is crazy. If you watch that demo of there's one point in the Unreal Engine 4 demo where like a pillar is crumbling and all of the bricks are falling out, and each brick is perfectly animated, and it's like that kind of like detail is crazy, and that the idea of that being what console games can look like right around the corner. Is exciting, and I'm excited. But yeah, Watch Dogs looks really good. That just the open world feel. It's kind of got. I compared it to like a future Assassin's Creed minus all the scaling and climbing, because you seem like the shadow hiding in the background like the assassins are. And you seem to be in complete control of the situation, like when he hacked everyone's cell phones or when he hacked the traffic light, doing things like that, like little stimulus to the environment that causes reaction from the crowd is really cool. And I think that's one of the best parts about Assassin's Creed, how you can make a distraction and then get to your target and then use stealth in more ways than just hiding in a corner and sneaking up on somebody. But, that's exciting. I think that was probably, out of the press conferences at least, that was the best game I saw on the big stage, other than Beyond, which we'll get into Sony right now. Beyond Two Souls, if you don't know, I'm a huge fan of Heavy Rain. It's one of my favorite games of 2010, and I think that anything that is similar or, has that kind of approach to a story is super exciting, and I want to see more of it. And Beyond, I'm in love with Ellen Page. Who isn't? Because she's a great actress, and now I feel like it's challenging her to do even better acting, because you don't have the benefit of just a camera capturing everything you do. You have to actually put forth this kind of display of what you're feeling with your facial expressions and with every little motion. That's what Nolan North has talked about motion cap a lot before, and he says it's a real challenge. It's acting on a whole nother level, and I think that's really cool to see Ellen Page working in that environment, because she's a great actress, and it's gonna be neat to see like where this goes and the story that's woven of like the mysterious figure from Beyond called Aiden. If you've read anything about the game, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But Beyond Two Souls, awesome stuff. And then Sony closed out the press conference with the other game that I really care about, which is The Last of Us, which is just brutal. Like, some of the things that happened in that demo were unbelievable. Like the attention to detail, again, going back to detail and how many things can happen at once. Like when the first guy, I think it was the first guy, Joel walks up and wraps his arm around his neck, and he's just banging on Joel's arm, and his face is constantly moving and torquing, and you can see the elevation of his desperation and how he's now becoming more and more desperate as he's running out of air, and he's beating harder on Joel's arm, and he's like grabbing at Joel's face, and he's just pulling away to just hold him down with all of his strength. It's just like, that is incredible. Like, you don't see that in games. Like, when you go up and grab somebody, they might be like this. Like, if you're playing Metal Gear, which I just beat Metal Gear 2, you grab someone like this, and they just do this, and then they fall to the ground unconscious or dead. And that's it. Like, there's no like face. Like, this guy's facial expressions were changing constantly, and it's just you could feel the desperation in this enemy, and it's like things that make me feel for an enemy that is in my way in a game. Anything that makes me feel anything in a game, honestly, is important, because the more you feel in a game, the more immersive it is, and the more believable it is. And I think, like, just like you're watching a movie, you feel for the protagonist. Usually, you relate to them, and that's important. And I thought that Naughty Dog showing us how great they are in reality. But yeah, that was a great way to end the Sony press conference. I thought Sony had some of the most interesting looking games other than Ubisoft. But let's move on. Next day was Nintendo, which they pretty much blew their load in the beginning with Miyamoto coming out and talking about Pikmin. And I'm a huge Pikmin fan. I just picked up Pikmin 1 and 2 for the Wii, because 2 came out this past week for the Wii. And apparently 1 had been out for the Wii for like years, and I had no idea. It came out in 2009 for the Wii, so I found a used copy of that, and I picked it up too. So I've been playing through those. Those games are really cool, and some of the stuff they're talking about with Pikmin 3, like how you can view the map entirely on the Wii Pad controller and the Wii U Pad controller, sorry, and just like you can actually do some RTS like with the controller, with the pad, and tell the Pikmin where to go, and tell the other people playing where to go. And it may only be like local multiplayer, but I think it's still a really cool concept, and it could end up being really awesome. So, I like Pikmin. I'm a big fan of Pikmin. But Nintendo, I mean, honestly, they didn't have anything else to show except for the 3DS stuff, which I thought was cool. I mean, there's New Super Mario Bros. U, which is like the HD remake of New Super Mario Bros. Wii, just with more suits and stuff and more levels, which is fine. I love Mario platforming, but I can only play the same game so many times. But they showed off like Batman Arkham City. Like, what? I mean, I think that's cool. Like the Armored Edition, now everybody's all shiny, but it's Batman Arkham City. I played it last year. I loved the game. I reviewed it. It's on irrationalpassion.com. I gave it an awesome because I think that game is, the best of its kind, the best superhero game available, and it far surpasses its predecessor, in my opinion. I know a lot of people disagree, but it's really great. And I've played it before is the problem. Like, Nintendo needs to show me stuff I haven't played before. They did that footage. I mean, they showed Aliens, which is cool, but they showed Mass Effect 3. Why the hell would I buy Mass Effect 3 on the Wii U when I can't carry over any saves? I can't, and I've played it. It's been out for months, and I've played it, and it's great, but I've played it already. I'm not going to buy it again. I don't know. I feel like Nintendo went at this the wrong way. They should have brought out like Platinum's new game, which is a new IP that's Wii U exclusive, and it looks really cool. It's like a combination of action platforming and Pikmin, and they didn't even mention it. It wasn't even in the B-roll footage. And it's a Wii U exclusive. I mean, and they didn't bring out Rayman Legends in their conference, which they should have brought that out and said, hey, we're going to lock this down for an exclusive. Of course, they might not at this point, but still, they need to get on that. Like, if they can get Rayman Legends for an exclusive, that's a system seller. And on top of Pikmin, and assuming that it's good, New Super Mario Bros. U, I mean, that's a lot right there. But I don't know, Nintendo, going about things the wrong way, and also spending way too much time on Nintendo Land. Jesus. And I feel like they could have done a demo of Zombie U, which they should have done instead of showing that CG like tech demo trailer. I think that would have been really cool. But I mean, it's too late now. But hey, the 3DS conference was great, and a lot of games I saw there were really cool, like Paper Mario Sticker Star, which I'm a huge Paper Mario fan. I'm a little disappointed they took out some of the stuff from the Thousand Year Door, but I'll get over myself. But yeah, I mean, 3DS games look good. I wish there had been more, but I'm sure there are plenty coming. I'm not worried about that. I think 3DS has had a good stride, but man, I cannot see Wii U coming out this year. I just can't see it happening. Maybe in Japan, but not here. Like, I know Pikmin is not going to be ready for launch. Like the fact that they didn't even do a demo on stage, like, I mean, they didn't do any demos on stage, I don't think, but except for the friggin' Nintendo Land thing, which I don't even think was a real demo. But they couldn't have Miyamoto play a little on stage, like, and he's saying, like, in interviews that the game isn't done. It's like, how is this going to be ready for launch, assuming it's coming out in November? I don't know. It's just, I worry for that system. I think they need to step up their game if they want to really sell this system. And right now they're not doing it. But I don't know. I think the controller is good. I think they fixed the main problem with the controller, which was the analog nubs. And they've rearranged things so it looks like it's probably a bit more comfortable to hold. But I don't know. They're saying, like, hey, you need to play it to believe it. I hope it's at PAX Prime, because if it's not there, like, and they're saying you need to play with the controller to really believe in it, and that's a public event, then what the hell? The public gets its one chance to play with it, and you don't put it there. What are they going to do to supplement that? So hopefully Nintendo will be smart about that. I don't know. I mean, they were probably, other than Microsoft, the weakest conference in my opinion, just because they didn't show anything that really encouraged me to buy a Wii U. But I mean, who knows? I thought, overall E3 was pretty interesting. Some new stuff, more new stuff coming out of this than I expected, and some good tidings from the future with the idea of some of this next gen stuff. I don't know. It's exciting. I like thinking about the next generation of consoles. No, my wallet is not ready for it, but hey, it's good to know that maybe it's a year or so or more off, other than the Wii U, and there's going to be some really special stuff coming. So I don't know. I think we have a lot to look forward to, and now there's grass behind me. So I don't know. I would keep paying attention to irrationalpassions.com, because I got some pieces I'm writing up, and maybe some post E3 thoughts. I don't know. I think I got it all out here. Nintendo's in trouble, but I think we all knew that. So
you're gonna deliver a message for me?
Yeah, sure. No way.
With that, I've been Alex, editor-in-chief of irrationalpassions.com, contributing writer of thatgamerhub.com, and also, I don't mention this, news editor at retroids.com. Check that out. So until then, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe here on YouTube. Go to irrationalpassions.com and subscribe to our Rational Passions podcast. Follow us on twitch.tv/irrationalpassions. That's where we do weekly live streams of video games. Every week, I'm probably going to do some Pikmin after this, because I want to play more Pikmin. So with that, peace out, guys.